Dr. Phyllis Collins of DietHobby.com. Some of you know me as the YouTube Grandma. Today I'm going to cook a vanilla baked apple in the microwave. It serves 2 and it's 56 calories a serving. It's really simple and it's really fun and I like it. Okay, so we're going to start out with, started out with one apple. And I took one large, it's a pretty large apple, any kind of apple that you like, and you core it, leave the peeling on, and you core it, and you slice it up, and then you put it in, go ahead and put it in chunks, because it's easier to eat after it's cooked that way. Okay, so I've done that. First, of course, I sprayed my little dishes, with my coating so it wouldn't stick, and then here I have my apples. And all I did, this is just one, each of these has one raw apple that's got the peeling still on it, the core off of it, and it's sliced up. And then the slices were cut up. So then we're going to start with 6 ounces of water. Okay, 6 ounces of water. Then we add to that water cornstarch. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. Now, my recipe, the ingredients of my recipe will be on the description area of the video, and it will be on my website. So the written descriptions always have priority over what I say. If I say 1/2 cup and I mean 1/2 teaspoon, it doesn't sound right to you, before you cook it, you better just look at the written instructions and not go by what I have to say. Okay, so here is my 1/2 teaspoon of cornstarch. Now I have 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to pour 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon in here and stir that up. Okay, next I'm going to add, and I could have added this the way you add the ingredients, you probably should do liquid first. Here I have, this is the cornstarch here, and here I'm adding sugar-free vanilla syrup, Torino's, Da Vinci's, anything that you want, but it's sugar-free, made with Splenda, and I got 2 tablespoons, and I'm pouring that in. Then I'm going to use Splenda as I do as a sugar substitute, and I'm going to use 8 of these little packages. And I've already opened them so I didn't have to struggle with 8 packages in front of the camera. And there it is. Now the next ingredient that I'm putting here is I'm going to use butter buds. These are butter buds sprinkles. It's a real non-fattening way to have a butter flavor. I'm kind of fond of it. And what we use of that, we use 1/4 teaspoon of that. And we're going to pour that all in here. So then I mix this together. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the microwave. And it's going to thicken into a little syrup. And we're going to put it in about 1 minute. So I got to get the cinnamon. Okay, I think that's good. All right, putting it in the microwave. I'm just going to set it on high the normal way and set it for 1 minute. Okay, that actually took 2 minutes. And it's not supposed to be real thick. It's thin, just a little bit thickened. If you know how cornstarch works, you could add another 1/4 teaspoon if you wanted it a little thicker, but you don't want it to be real thick. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to pour this syrup over our apples. And this is a sugar-free syrup with the spices that you saw. Okay, I got one more bigger than the other, but all right. So now what you're going to do, we're going to put these in the microwave, but we're going to cover them first. We're going to cover them I'm using just a food wrap, and then you poke a hole to vent. So just like one hole with a knife to vent. Now, this stuff might boil over in the microwave. So what I like to do is I like to take a paper towel and line my microwave because I don't want to clean a big mess up. So now you just put this in the microwave. And you cook them for 5 minutes or until they're tender. and I'm not, it says 5 minutes or tender, so it could be longer. I'll be checking, and when we come back, I'll tell you how long it took. Okay, we're back with our vanilla baked apple. It took 5 minutes, and it did go over into the microwave. Fortunately, I had the paper towels under there, and also a nice thing about artificial sweetener is it doesn't make a sticky mess like sugar does, so it's an easy cleanup. So when we look at this, any kind of a little dish that will go in the microwave is fine. I was going to try and see if I can show you without pouring the liquid out, to show you how it looks. This is how it is. It's the little chunks of cooked apple, and it's a baked apple. Now, one of the things that you can do, and it has a nice little sauce. What you can do with this is only 56 calories, and it's 12 carbs, and 12 net carbs, and it's less than 1 protein. But it's a nice little dessert by itself. And you could, if you could spare an extra 70 calories, then you could take a cookie, like a Chessman cookie, Pepperidge Farm, little Chessman butter cookie, and you could sprinkle it over the top, and that would be really good, but it would add 70 more to the 56. Or instead, what you could do is, what would be really nice on this would be like a 1/4 of a cup of sugar-free ice cream. I love the Dyer's, or I guess it's Edie's in some states, whipped. It's kind of a double churned vanilla sugar-free ice cream, and I really enjoy that. It's 90 calories, a 1/2 cup, and a 1/4 of a cup. A quarter of a cup with this would only add like 40. So you have a 1/4 of a cup of ice cream and there's 56. You'd only have about 100 calories. Okay, so of course I need to taste it. I let it cool just a little bit because it was so hot when I first came out. It's baked apple. And it's baked apple with that sugar, and it tastes pretty good. Try one, and come and see me at diethobby.com.